Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My hair is really poofy today. So today I thought we'd film just a little crochet and chat. So if you guys want to get comfortable, get yourself something to drink. I have my cup of coffee and I'm still working on this shawl. I have the matching hat and a neck warmer to go with this. If you are interested in this pattern, I will link it in the description box. It's called Alicia's shawl. I'm making this because I'm going to post it on my Etsy shop to sell with the matching hat and the neck warmer set. But anyway, so I have a few things that I wanted to kind of chit chat with you guys and show you. I'm really excited about two things: the upcoming tutorials that I have completed and ready to film. I am so excited. But other than that, I don't really have too much to talk about. This weekend was my daughter Emma's birthday. She turned 17, and it's the weirdest thing. So we left Friday after they got out of volleyball practice, and that was at like 6. And by the time we ended up staying in St. Charles, Missouri, which is northwest, a little bit of St. Louis, I think. Anyway, so I got off work, they got out of volleyball practice, and we left, and we got to the hotel that we were staying at like, oh no, we went out to eat first. Yeah, we went out to eat first. We went to Texas Roadhouse. And of course, I am the mom that made sure our waitress knew that it was Emma's birthday. So at Texas Roadhouse, they bring a a saddle. Like, they push a saddle up that's on wheels, and you sit on it. You don't have to, but you sit on it, and then they sing happy birthday to you, like, really loud, and everybody sings along. And I told Emma, I said, you're getting on there and you're gonna sit on that saddle. She's like, no I'm not. Well, we ate our dinner, and here comes the waitress with that saddle, and she got on it and sat there while the waitresses all sang out loud and yelled, and afterwards her face was so red. I was so happy that she did it, but I told her, I was like, Emma, you didn't have to do that. She goes, I know, but I wanted to. I said, well, I'm proud of you for doing it. It's something you can say for the rest of your life, that you sat on that saddle and why those waitresses screamed at the top of their lungs. And then so after that, we went to our hotel, and we got there at like, I don't know, 9:30. So we were all beat, and so Matt and we laid down, and we instantly were like dead asleep. And next thing I know, I feel a tapping and a little bit of a shoving on my arm, and I'm like, as a mom, I'm wake up, and I'm like, what? And my daughter, woke me up, and she told me that she had gotten sick, that she woke up in the middle of the night, and I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on just a second. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've worked on this pattern. There we go. 1, 2, 3, turn. And then we V-stitch here. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, so she wakes me up and she's like, Mom, I woke up with hot flashes and sweating, and then I was freezing, and she said I sat up to go to the bathroom and just vomited, and I was like, what? So I got up and I was like, I am not cleaning this up at what time? I think it was like 3 to 4 in the morning. So I told her, I was like, are you okay? Do you feel okay? And she's like, yeah, I feel a lot better now. And I was like, all right, as long as you are okay, it's fine. Let's go back to bed. And I covered the little pile with a bunch of Kleenexes and turned a trash can over on top of it, and I was like, just go back to sleep, okay? So got her back to sleep, and then the next morning I cleaned it all up, made sure she was still okay, and she was just felt perfectly fine. And then so we ended up going down to downtown St. Charles, the historic St. Charles, and walked the storefronts and everything. And Emma, she found a couple of things that she wanted for her birthday, so Matt and I bought it for her. And then after that, we wanted to go to this place by Soulard, right by the stadium, and it's called Broadway Oyster Bar, and we love that place. And as we're getting out of the truck to go to Broadway Oyster Bar, Jalen, she's standing there and she just bends over, and I'm like, are you okay? Because I knew instantly something was wrong, because Jalen never does that. And I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's like, I don't feel so hot. And she was just white as a ghost, cold sweats, clammy. And I was like, oh, sit down. And I sat her down, and I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Just take a minute, breathe. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Big, deep breaths, nice and slow. And we finally got her up to where she could walk. And I'm like, let's just go to the bar, to the restaurant, and sit down, get you some water, and get you a big old meal in you, because she hadn't eaten yet, because she didn't get out of bed till later, and she didn't want to go to breakfast at the hotel. So this was probably almost 1. Yeah, about 1 o'clock, and she hadn't eaten yet. And I was like, okay, shoot, her blood sugar must have dropped or something. Well, we don't have anything to test that, so I was like, it's okay, it's all right. You know, sit down, let's get you something to drink. And we ordered her a cheeseburger and fries, and she ate like 2 fries, and she said, Mom, I can't eat. I don't want to eat. And I was like, I completely understand. You don't feel like eating. There's no reason. I'm not going to make you eat. So we just packed her lunch up, and you know, eventually she felt better. She felt fine. And my husband's like, we're going to the emergency room. We're going to go here. And I'm like, honey, if it was because her blood sugar dropped, it's back up now. You're not going to see it anywhere. And it's going to be a waste of 5 hours in the emergency room for them to say they can't find anything. I said, I will, first thing Monday morning, I will call and schedule an appointment. And that's what I ended up doing Monday morning while I was at work. I called, and they're like, can you have her here in about an hour? And I told my husband, I was like, get up, get ready, let's go. So he actually took her to the doctor, and they drew labs and urine, and we, as of now, have not heard anything. But her dad is diabetic, and her real dad is diabetic, and he ended up losing a foot, and I still wasn't doing very good with that. And then they ended up having to amputate all the way up to his knee because of his diabetes, and not taking care of a sore he had, and not taking care of amputation site. And anyway, so that kind of had me a little worried. But I think what happened was we shouldn't have went that long without her eating, or at least, you know, got her something to snack on. Anyway, but everything's great there. She's back to work feeling like her normal self. Yeah. But then, so alright, so backtrack to Saturday. We get home, you know, and I'm still like, okay, Jalen, go sit down, go calm, you know, go relax and everything. So this is Saturday night after we went out to eat. You know, Jalen got feeling better. We went to a store and she knocked out. I forgot about that. She knocked out on the way home from St. Charles or St. Louis. So we drove home. We got home about 4:30ish, and I got her reclined in the chair, you know, sit down, chill out, relax. It's Sunday, you know, which she ended up having to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I told, or Sunday morning, so I told her I was, you know, just relax for the rest of the day, you know, get to feeling 100% before you go back to work. And so about, no, it had to have been about 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. My husband and I are upstairs and we're sitting watching TV, and I hear this sound, and I'm like, what is that sound? And I instantly was like, oh my gosh, Emma ended up getting sick. And I go downstairs and she's in the bathroom sitting on the toilet, and she had like sprayed puked everywhere. And I'm like, what is happening? And this poor kid got sick and got sick and got sick for like 3-4 hours straight. And finally, she for like the last 2 hours, she was sitting on the toilet, and I was like, Emma, I know you don't want to get up, because she was scared of what was going to happen. So I said, I'll make you a pallet on the floor out of towels. If you have an accident, do not worry about it. It's a towel. I can throw it away, throw it in the washer. I don't care about it. Just get off that toilet, lay down. And I put a box fan next to her and had that going on her. And about 10:30 Saturday night, Jalen was out ready for work the next morning. I go into the bathroom and there's Emma on the floor on the little pallet I made her, and just out like a light. So that was the first time she had gone like 20 minutes without losing it at either end. And so I got her to sleep feeling okay, and I got her mess everywhere in that bathroom cleaned up, and got her to sleep. I go upstairs and I lay down and I go to sleep, and I get up that next morning at like 6:35 Sunday morning to make sure Jalen was up and ready for work and wasn't gonna be late, and Emma was still in the same spot I left her, dead asleep. So I got Jalen up, got her out the door. Emma got up and she's like, I feel a lot better. I'm like, no stomach cramps, nothing, feel a little woozy. She's like, my stomach feels iffy, which I understood exactly what she meant. So I was like, all right, just, you know, lay down, chill out. So my husband ended up coming downstairs about 11:10, and made her some chicken noodle soup. She ate that, ate some crackers. A couple hours later, she had the rest of that can of chicken noodle soup and had a glass of water and felt fine. And I'm like, what happened? I looked at my husband. I'm like, are you gonna get sick? Are you gonna start puking and I gotta clean that up? But thank goodness. I mean, that was it. It's over. So I'm wondering if maybe a bug, you know, like the 24-hour flu, or if it was even that, you know, what the heck it was. But jeez, I asked Emma, I was like, I know, you know, you were sick and everything, but did you at least have fun on your birthday? She's like, yeah, I had fun. Sunday, after, you know, she woke up after getting sick most of the evening Saturday, she told me, she's like, my back hurts so bad. And I said, yeah, it's from a couple hours of dry heaving. But yeah, so that was Emma's birthday weekend, my weekend. But thank goodness they are okay now. But other than that, I have something that I am super excited to show you guys about. Two things actually. They are going to be upcoming tutorials. One of them is inspired. One of them inspired me. There is a, what? I have no idea what episode it is, what season it is. Well, I know it's a Christmas episode of Call the Midwife. And it's the season where the power goes out. That Christmas episode where the power goes out. I don't remember what episode it is. I have a screenshot of it on my phone. There's a couple of scenes where I don't know what that sound was. There's a couple of scenes where Nurse Crane has a what I thought was a shawl wrapped around her, and I love Nurse Crane. And when I saw those two or three scenes where she has what I thought was a shawl, it turns out it's actually just a blanket that was folded, but I turned it into a shawl. I saw that and I fell in love with that shawl / folded blanket. So I decided to design a shawl based off of that couple scenes that she has where she's wearing it where it's freezing because the power went out. So here is the shawl. I need to block it. I haven't blocked it yet, but this is the shawl I came up with. It's got, see, this, what it actually is in the scene is just a blanket that's folded on her, like, you know, she's got it wrapped around her shoulders like a shawl. And I loved it. So this is the shawl I came up with. It's just a mesh stitch. Oh, it needs to be blocked bad, but I added the border, and you'll see, I'll insert the screenshot here so you guys can see what I'm talking about, the color combination. It's not 100%, but it's close enough for me. So I have that coming up, and then I have a hangnail on my finger. Then I have this. This is just a little prototype I have so far. I got a few little kinks to work out, but I made this. You cannot see it, can you? Yeah, there, now you can. See the pineapple? So it's like a little huggy for your glass, or a koozie, or it's a cup doily. I wish you could see that. Do I have anything? Oh, I could do this. There, can you see it? There, yeah, you can see that. So this is my first. Now these are just glasses that I have in my cabinet, but that's messed up. You've got to be kidding me. Look. Is it that one? No. The pineapple on that one. And the pineapple, you can't tell. Dang it. How did I do that? Anyway, but you can get these glasses off of Walmart.com, and I bet they probably have them in Walmart, but this is the little glass with the swivel in it. The only problem I'm having is that unless you, like, if I have it setting, oh, I'm gonna kink in my bag. If I have it setting like that, and unless you actually grab the doily part, the cup comes right out of it, and I kind of don't like that. I wanted it to be a little more secure, so I'm thinking that maybe, since I finally got this one done, I'll put a ice and water in it, and let the glass get some sweat on it and see if that will completely hold it in there. And if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna have to go down a hook size, because I bet what happened was that it got it's too stretched, is what I'm thinking. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I didn't mess that pineapple up, did I? That's gonna drive me no, I did. Yeah, I did. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Why does it look weird? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm getting frustrated about it. But like I said, it's my prototype. I've got more coming, and then, you know, you can kind of have it laying out like a flower bloom. Or you could put a little planter in that. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be coming up soon. But other than that, work has been work. Oh, I know something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, I kind of have been doing some thinking, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is not continuing my cooking with Alana, for a few reasons. I do have some videos already filmed and posted. I just haven't made them public yet. But there's a couple of reasons why. And I wanted to go over that with you guys, because I know some of you were super excited about it, and I was too. And then I got to thinking and thinking and thinking about it, and I'm just like, one reason is because I was starting to backslide on my weight loss, meaning I was gaining weight. So something had to change, right? So what I did was started not only watching my carb intake, but my calorie intake. Well, holy cow, a lot of things that are low carb are high in calories. So I had to make a huge diet change again. And for me, for my lifestyle, it makes sense, because unfortunately I am not active. I sit on my butt all day at work, and at my office, or at my desk, you know, and then I get off work, and then I go around the house and I clean, and then, you know, help my husband cook dinner, and then what do? I'm back sitting on my butt crocheting, or playing one of my video games, or, you know, doing whatever. So just eating low carb for me was not working. It did at first, but my body's like, okay, we did that. Now, holy cow, let's look at calories. So I looked at the calories, and yeah, I needed to make a change with that. So I started eating low calorie, low carb, which does not leave a lot for me to have recipes to show you guys what I eat. I do have a few things filmed to show you guys. However, I don't eat those anymore because I got to looking, or not, well, some of them I don't eat a lot of anymore because of how many calories are in them. And another reason I'm second guessing and I'm not going to be doing the cooking channel anymore is because I don't want to open myself up for any more unwanted criticism than I already have, or that I already do. Does that make sense? Like, I'm trying to think of how to word what I want to say. I don't want to hear the shitty comments. How's that? I don't want to read them. I don't want to see them. I don't give a crap, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So whenever someone sees that I'm making this and they feel the need to insert their 2 cents that I don't care about, that's rude. Like if it was a comment, they're, you know, they're like, hey, add this or try doing this instead of this is stupid doing it like this or blah 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 blah, blah diarrhea of the mouth. I don't want any more. I get enough of it. And I'm not saying I get a bunch. I don't. It's just it takes a million attaboys to get rid of that one bad thing that I read. Anyway, Dr. Phil used to say that. I used to watch Dr. Phil. I loved him, but not anymore so much. Anyway, so yeah, I mean that's another reason why I don't want to. And the third reason is I don't want to get too much on my plate. And pun intended, get it? Plate cooking. Anyway, sorry. But so I've kind of decided, you know, maybe later on down the road when things change, which I mean, I have come to I suck at words. I have come to realize that my life and my lifestyle, I can't just do eat what I want, when I want, however I want. I used to be able to do that, but with my lifestyle where I'm stationary, I'm constant stationary all the time, I do not get enough physical activity, and I can't eat what I want when I want. So lifestyle change, I pretty much just eat meat and salads. So that literally gives me nothing to film for you guys. Yes, I do cook different for my husband and my girls. It's the same old. Not enough variety. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So that's the one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. That piece of fuzz just came flying. I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to film the cooking anymore. I will release what I have probably next week, maybe, just, you know, let you guys see what I've got. But yeah, I am happy to say that it is official. I lost, since this all began, 50 pounds. Straight up on the dot 50. I've noticed some big changes with my body that I don't like. Certain areas are deflated and wiggly. And I've noticed that I'm getting, like, I don't know how to say this that's not offensive, but my girls say that they've noticed that my skin looks like it's aged a lot. Yeah, I know. Anyway, but I do want to apologize. I don't want to be the YouTuber that let's see, we double in here, that says, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and doesn't do it, or, you know, starts and stops something, because I don't like doing that, and I want you guys to know the reason why I'm changing my mind on that. But that's why I've decided that I'm going to put it off again for now. I may or may not pick it back up in the future. I don't know. But I do still want to do my little gaming channel that I started. I love that. That is fun. And it's like my own little homage, I guess you could say, to one of my favorite YouTubers, which is Fiber Spider. I listen to his gaming channel every day, every episode he does. His personality, and as he says, his snarkiness, love him. But anyway, I'm tangled up. I am still going to do that. I actually have created my own little collection. The last time I had mentioned video games and my channel that I want to start one of you had commented about how the only video games you know much about was the original Zelda, or that's the last one you played. I don't remember what exactly you said, but you saying that got me to thinking my husband had a original Nintendo, and I thought I ought to go get that out. And he had a bunch of games. So I went downstairs and I drug that thing out and I got it all hooked up, did some research online, figured out how to clean it myself, and I took it all apart, took the pieces out, cleaned all those pieces, got it working perfect. And so he had like the original Mario, and some other games that I never played whenever I was a kid. So I got on eBay and I found the original Zelda. I bought that, and I bought a little guidebook with it, and then that turned into, I want my own collection. So I ended up looking around, and I found on Facebook Marketplace somebody was giving away a free original, or not, what did I just do? Oh, not original, but a free, I cannot talk and crochet at the same time sometimes. Giving away a free tube TV, like from the early 2000s, late 90s, and my husband picked it up for me, and it works perfect. And so I ended up getting that free TV, and then I found another one, because what I did was I Googled, the almighty Google. I got on there and I was like, what is the best older TVs for vintage video game consoles? So that would be an original Nintendo, a Super Nintendo. Well, then you got like the Atari and Sega, but I don't have a Sega or an Atari, but I do have a Super Nintendo and I do have a Nintendo. And they said, like, they named like the top 5 TVs, I don't know. And one of them was like a Sony Trinitron or something. Well, the number 5 was an RCA True Flat. And I was like, man, I wonder if I could find one of those. And I got on Marketplace, and there was a woman like 15 miles down the road selling one for $50. And I was like, I can't stop thinking about this TV. So I messaged her and I said, would you take $40 for this TV? And she messaged me right back like that, and she's like, yep, I'll take 40. And I was like, I'm on my way. So I made Emma jump in the truck with me, and we went to a little town next to us and picked up this TV. And let me tell you, I had no idea this TV is probably, well, the screen on the diagonal is probably about 27. This has been like a week or two since, but I can't remember it, or a little over a week and a half maybe. And I think it was 27 inch. No, I bet it's a 30 to a 32 inch on the diagonal. And that's the TV screen. Then you got the speakers, like, what's that? Probably another 2 inches on each side. And I got there to get this TV, and I see this thing, and I was like, oh, it's massive. And the guy and they're older than me. They were probably early 60s. Late 50s, early 60s, selling this TV, and her and her husband pick it up and carry it and put it in the back of my truck. And her husband, he's a farmer like my husband, and he jumps into the back of my truck and ties it down, and I'm like, oh lordy. So I get this TV home, and I cut the baling wire, or the baling ties, to get it out and slide it to the back of my truck to the tailgate, and it's just me and Emma, and we go to pick this TV up, and I was like, Emma, I guarantee you this TV weighs every bit of 120 pounds. It is heavy. And so we get this TV inside finally. I set it down, I plug it in, and sorry about that. And it's contrary to what she told me. It turns on. I mean, it shows a screen, but it has a horrible humming sound coming out of the back of it. And then, like, the picture is, like, literally going like this. And it's like, what? I was so heartbroken. And my husband came downstairs, and he's like, you paid $40 for this TV? And I am so upset. And I'm thinking, you know, can I find somewhere to repair this? And my husband, being the best freaking husband ever, he's like, it's okay, honey. I will find someone to fix it. So the next day, he was at the farm. I was at work, and he texts me, and he says, I found a place in Springfield that'll fix the TV. I'm going to take it up there tomorrow. Yada, yada. And I'm like... my knight in shining armor coming to my rescue because my stupid butt bought something that didn't work. And he knew I was upset, so he had to come be my knight in shining armor and fix it for me. But anyway, so he took it to Springfield. I have not gotten it back yet. It costs more than $40 to fix as of now. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, I am starting to get hot in here. I knew I heard you. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I got a few things I need to do laundry. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like I get so lost in my crocheting and talking that I'm mumbling, and I'm just I get annoyed with myself. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what's next. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought about what I had to say. Anyway, I will see you Friday. Have a great one, and bye.